Hey friends, we're live. I was just going to do this thing that I used to do where I am basically like sipping water with one hand while pressing the go live button because I assume there's gonna be like a 10-15 second. Whoops, 1 second. I left the audio on the other tab open, that made me jump. Yeah, because I assume there's gonna be the whole intro song. We no longer have the intro song, so I realized just before pressing the button that I would just go straight live with my water glass if I did that. Yes, we have a couple of people here already. Crystal is here, hello, not the Discord message reminding me today was stream day. First thing I'll be working on today is setting up mine. Well, I hope you do, because I look forward to being there for the first half an hour or so, like usual, before I run off for dinner. And it's lovely to see you. I'm glad that I could remind you to make your own stream. Also, Keiko's here. Hi Keiko, really happy to see you as well. Let me know what everyone is working on today, if you want to. And also Anne is here. I am so happy to see you. I do not remember the last time that I saw you in a stream that I was hosting. I don't remember the last time I talked to you outside of Crystal's recent stream where I saw you for like 5 minutes. I'm just generally happy that you're back. I read your newsletter, I think. Did you send a newsletter? I think you did. Or maybe I just read some comments. I don't know. I might be going mental, but it's been nice seeing your face around the internet, is what I'm trying to say. Keiko says, believe it or not, I think I might be jinxing it, but for once I had a drama-free work week. Amazing. I am so happy for you. I hope it stays that way. Touch wood. Crystal gets to spend the first sprint in my outro because the music I used got copyrighted. Oh, that's annoying. I'm sorry to hear that. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll work on book 2. Crystal, your first book is coming out so soon. You gotta work on the second one, please. Keiko is writing the new fanfic and trying to get 20k words until Tuesday. Very exciting. And Anne is working on plotting books 3 and 4 in the series she's planning. What happened to books 1 and 2? Did you write those before you disappeared off YouTube, or have those been written in the time you've been absent from YouTube? Which series is this? I want to know everything. And continue to test out Scrivener. Sounds good. And did send a newsletter. I am glad that I'm not going mad. I'm subscribed to a lot of newsletters, so for a second I was like, wait, I thought that was Anne, but it might not have been Anne. So happy to see you too. How are you? I am very well, thank you. I am like 5 hours behind my writing goal for the month. So it's gonna be a work heavy one. She says as though all of my streams went work heavy, but we're gonna be doing a lot of writing today because I need to catch up. Team Scrivener. And I don't think, because next week is a holiday. Ooh, exciting. 2 whole weeks without drama. Crystal says, I know I swear I'm trying so hard to work on it. Well, try harder. Books 1 and 2 are outlined, and I have about 13k in book 1 as a draft, but I'd like a general idea of books 3 and 4 to set up the world and such properly. That sounds smart. I did not start thinking about books 2 and 3 in my trilogy until book 1 was like at the third draft level. And that's a problem, so I think you're already doing the writing thing better than I am. Keiko's skipping the first sprint because I ate lunch but have not deserted, have no dessert yet, so watching some news. That sounds great. What are you having for dessert? Wait, and Sophie, you have a newsletter too? Yes. What genre is it? I do have a newsletter. You can sign up on my website. And you have a website. Yes. And it's for new adult fantasy. Exciting. I think it will conclude with book 4, but not sure yet. I am going to start a sprint and then I'm gonna see if I can dig up Anne's website newsletter to share in the chat. I did not remember you having a newsletter either until it appeared on my inbox, so I'm guessing I subscribed to it years ago and forgot about it, but I'm sure I can find it. Crystal, I've had the website for years. I'll send you the link over Discord. Yes, we are going to be jumping into a sprint. Did I say what I'm doing? I think I said what I'm doing. I'm just writing. So as usual, we're gonna be doing 45 minutes and then a short little break and then another 45 minutes. And depending on how it's going, whether I'm actually getting writing in or not, we might do a third sprint or we might not. We shall see. What subgenre of fantasy? Keiko asks, and chocolate. Excellent. Wait, Marta, did you tell us what you were doing? I said that I'm behind on writing. I sort of implied that I would be catching up on writing during the sprint. But yeah, I'm just gonna be drafting the next chapter, which I've been a little bit stuck on, but we're trying to get past it and see if I can figure out how to fix this. I guess you haven't been around for a while, so in terms of projects, I'm working on Project Side, which is the same project I was working on last time you were on the internet, but we're working on the second book now, so that's exciting. Crystal will get a website at some point. Apparently my newsletter is bouncing out of boxes, and it might be because I'm using the host domains. Okay. And Anne says, great question. The first book starts out as urban fantasy, with GNC going to a different place that's magical and competing in a competition to stay in the magical place there. Well, that sounds so fun already. I am now going to start the sprint before anyone says anything else. Happy writing. See you soon. almost the end of the sprint. How did everyone do? Hopefully you can hear me alright, because my fan seems to be going now, but I am very happy that it's finally getting colder again, because my laptop was really struggling during streams during like summer, and it seems a little bit better now, but I still think I can probably do with buying a new laptop at some point. Yeah, I did some writing. I'm working on a chapter that's basically 3 scenes, so the first scene was already halfway done. So I've basically written the second half of that first scene and kind of made us down the second scene. I'm hoping I'll be able to finish the chapter today because I am so behind at the minute. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I had a couple of comments. I didn't answer this one, which is a really fun question. That's very nice of you to stick with a project I know. You're welcome. I mean, I did it entirely for you and not because I'm the slowest writer in the world. Are you happy with where the project is going for you? I would say so. Oops, we're no longer sprinting. Hold on. I am not 100% certain how the final book is gonna end. I think I'm the closest to figure out an ending that I've ever been. And I have some ideas, but there's like puzzle pieces that are still not connecting quite right. And I think I just need to keep trying to figure it out, but I think I've got the right direction now. It's just the details that need to be slotted in at this point. But yeah, overall, I still absolutely love Project Sight. I am so happy to still be working on it, even though it's been almost 10 years at this point. I love this project, and I am willing to dedicate a decade of my life to this project, for some reason. Also, I shared a link to Anne's newsletter, so if you aren't already subscribed, which you should know because she sent out a newsletter last week, you can subscribe to it there, if you feel like it. Michael is here. Hi Michael, I haven't seen you in forever. How have you been? And you can hear me, that's good. Crystal's doing mostly admin stuff and doing laundry. Sounds good. I did some laundry this morning and I'm really annoyed because my washing machine tells me it's gonna be an hour, but then it always takes longer. So I was there like waiting for it to finish so I can do some blogging this morning. And it said 10 minutes, but then like the minutes were counting down to like 1 minute went down in 2 minutes, so it was just like it took much longer than it should have. I think we need a new washing machine because that doesn't sound right, but yeah, laundry, important stuff. Hi, hello, sorry I went to get a drink before. Oh, that's alright, I've only just come back. I did a mood board for my current project and posted in the Discord. So fun. I saw that, I'm guessing this is your Discord, which I was snooping a tiny little bit during the last sprint to procrastinate, but I shouldn't be, so I didn't stay for very long. I noticed that you have like that about your web page, I think it's called, with like a bunch of project pages. I've never seen that before. How does that layout work? Is that like a new Discord feature or something? Yes, absolutely know what you're talking about. Sometimes you can do everything and still miss a little part, and that's okay. You will find it. Thank you. And thank you for sharing the newsletter. I'm committing to writing a monthly newsletter next year and providing newsletter perks again. That sounds so fun. Next year since starting in 2026, or next year since starting last week when you posted once, so now you're gonna stick with it once a month? Let me know. Michael is good. I'm waiting for a repair guy to come and fix something, but there's also legit no timeline when he'll be here, so I guess you'll just have to wait. Our washing machine does that. My dad says it means we're putting too much laundry into it at once, that way it keeps going longer. Fair enough, I do tend to put far too much in. It's just annoying, like, when I'm planning on filming and I have to wait for it, it's annoying. Most of the time I don't care, but yeah. I really wanted to make use of the sunny weather today, otherwise I would have waited till the evening, but yes, it's a new Discord feature Nina saw in a different server. It's super easy to set up and use. You can basically create a post with a title and such for every project. Everyone should do it. It looks so fun. I might like have a play with it later. I don't have any, like, I'm really secretive about this project, so I don't know how much I would actually share. So like, I'll think about it, but I'm planning on working on Project Voice next year, which is my side project that I'm trying to be a lot more open about as an experiment. So Project Side is my like super secretive 10-year long project. Project Voice is a different project, even though they're named similarly, and that's a side project that I'm like far more open about. So I might set up one of those like little pages because they look so cute for that. That would be really fun, but I will hold off until I'm actually working on it. In 2026, and then hopefully new books in 2027. Oh my god, so exciting! What new books? Is that the current series you're working on? And Crystal saying loading the washing machine is such a trick, because how much is too much really? I mean, I go by the standard of never too much unless you take it out and it still smells dirty, but apparently there is too much. Oh yes, you don't have to share anything you don't want to. Interesting. Are you more open about the side project because it feels less important, or is there a different reason? Well, multiple reasons. It does feel less important, and I'm also not 100% sure on whether or not I'm gonna publish it, or if it's just gonna be for fun. But also it's a standalone, so if I were to publish it, it would have a much quicker turnaround. Whereas with my current trilogy, I've been working on it for 10 years. It will probably take me another 5 years before I'm ready to publish it. So I'm concerned that if I share too much, it would be really easy for someone to take some of those ideas and make their own book and publish it faster than I can. Because I'm a really slow writer. So I also feel like my side project is slightly less original, so I'm less concerned about that. And also like, I doubt anyone wants to come in here, watch my YouTube videos and steal my ideas, but like it is a fear that I need to figure out how to deal with at some point. Because I will need to share my main project stuff if I want to market it at some point. But since I've got such a long timeline anyway, I feel like I can share stuff closer to when I'm publishing, and it should be fine. Possibly 3 books, probably the standalones, 3 loves I have a full draft of, and definitely a couple of my books with Becca. So exciting! It's so cool that you have so many like co-writers, is that the right word? I think so, co-writers. And like that you write books together, that sounds really, really fun. Oh yes, fun projects are super important, and I understand sharing those more openly. Also, either way, it's perfectly fine if you want to keep things private. I get it, the fear is absolutely real. Yeah, I'm probably less concerned about sharing on a Discord server than I would be on YouTube, but I'm just so used to being secretive about it at this point. I'm gonna read a couple more of these and we're gonna jump into another sprint, but as someone who's on Wattpad and see that exact fear manifested, I feel this, yeah. Yeah, that fear sounds familiar. Well, I'm glad it's not just me. And yes, co-writers, hopefully it's the best decision in terms of writing I've ever done. Oh, honestly, that makes much more sense. Honestly, it's the best decision in terms of writing I've ever done. It's so different, but also incredibly exciting and fulfilling. That sounds so fun. Sorry for keeping everyone from sprinting. I just love chatting and I missed you. I missed you too. I am so happy you're here. You are not keeping anyone from sprinting. Many, many hearts, and we love to have you. I was going to... I don't want to do this one again. Stop screen and present this other tab. Yes. We're gonna be doing another 45-minute. And I think it's probably gonna be the last one, but then we can have a chatty outro at the end if we're feeling like chatting a little bit longer. And I want to do a full pumpkin timer. I am so excited that it is autumn now. As you can probably tell by my choice of timers. Yeah, 45 minutes, starting now. Have a wonderful productive sprint and see you soon. or at least last sprint during this stream, because I know Crystal's sprinting right after me. Yeah, how did everyone do during that one? I am very happy with my progress for that one. I managed to finish the chapter I was working on, which is really exciting, and then I started looking at the next one. I'm a bit concerned because the next one's also a rewrite from scratch. I should mention I'm on the second draft of this book for anyone that doesn't know that. And some, maybe like half the chapters I'm rewriting and the other half are fine. But there's been a lot of chapters that need a lot of work in this section of the book. And it's going very, very slowly. My original plan was to finish Act 2 in September, so I can have like the entire fourth quarter of the year for the third act. And I think I've got like 7-8 chapters left. Half of them are rewrites, and we have what, 3 days, 4 days, 3.5 days left in the month, so that's not gonna happen. Yeah, but we're getting somewhere. I think there are some chapters coming up that are a little bit easier, but I need to rewrite the next 3-ish. Yeah. Let's see how everyone else did. Michael said, in my last chess game, I played an old man. He took me to war. I was exhausted afterwards. If he was 10 years younger, he would have gotten me. Well, congratulations on winning. That sounds very difficult. How did I do? I've already answered that. And how did you do is what I want to know. Crystal said there was a lunch sprint and a finished laundry sprint. Admin stuff has to wait for Happy to read a text message. I guess I'll be writing during my stream. Yes, you absolutely should be writing during your stream. I'm so excited. And took general outline notes for the series. Figured out the main issue the characters need to fix, and then outlined the first trial for book 1. Very exciting. Hold on, the first trial for book 1. I thought you were working on outlining the 3rd and 4th book. Did you move backwards, or is this a different book? I know you tend to have a lot of books all going on at the same time, so. Very slowly is still progress. Don't know yourself down. You're doing all you can. The book will be finished, but if it takes a little longer, that's okay. Yes, I'm really hoping to finish the book this year, but you know, if I finish it in January next year, I'm not going to be too upset, but we are really trying to finish it this year because I've been working on it for a really long time. And I really want to get some beta readers on it at some point. Yes. What was for lunch? Nachos again. That sounds delicious. Already read that one. You didn't win. Wait, what? You said if he was 10 years younger, he would have gotten you, so I assume that meant that he didn't get you, as in that you won. Well, at least you tried. Nachos. To be fair, I asked before you answered. Fair enough. It went all the way down to a king versus king draw. Oh, I see, that makes sense. Well, that's half a point, right? Keiko hasn't written in English for a bit, and now all the words escape and text would be in Denglish, mixed German and English, if I didn't look up every second word. Well, if it helps, I haven't spoken German in so long that, like, the words just don't work in my brain anymore. Like, I really need to just recover the language, because I used to be fluent in it, and at the minute, I am so not. But yeah, it happens. And I think at the minute your English is so much better than my German, so. Yes, I outlined books 3 and 4 and then jumped back to book 1, in which there will be trials, and I outlined one of them. That makes sense? Fair enough explanation. It'd be like that? Yes. Wait, how many languages do you speak? Well, I'm fluent in English and Spanish. I used to be fluent in German. I can still, like, if a German person is speaking, I would understand pretty much everything. I would just really struggle to reply because I have to, like, find the words, if that makes sense. And I also speak, like, a tiny bit of French and a tiny bit of Japanese, but they don't really count. Didn't you know? Okay. Well, we've done 2 full 45-minute sprints, which I think is very, very good for a 2-hour stream. Well done if you managed to get some writing in, even if it was just a little bit, or if it was all of the writing, and also if you were doing other productivity, then that's good as well. I knew the English and Spanish, but the German is new to me, honestly. Well, fair enough. And probably problems with dialects, I assume? Probably. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I heard someone speak with a dialect, but I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I reckon that's probably gonna be a lot harder, yeah. I did go to German school as a child, so, like, I was living in Spain, but I did, like, all of my modules, so, like, I studied maths in German. For example, I studied chemistry in German, all of those things. It wasn't like I just had German lessons, I had all the lessons in German, and I followed the German curriculum. Because my parents wanted me to learn English, and the English school was full, so they put me in the German one instead. Yes, maths and German, so much more sprinting than I ever did. That's alright. I don't even understand maths and German. I'm sure you do, Keiko. I'm sure you do. Oh, that makes so much sense. You being fluent then, but also that sounds so freaking hard. How did you even manage? I mean, I got put at that school when I was 5 years old, so, like, to me that was just normal. I just sort of picked it up at the same time as I picked up Spanish. It wasn't like learning a different language as an adult would be. But yeah. I second Keiko here, maths is awful. I mean, maths is basically my job, so I think I understand it in any language, but yeah. If you're looking for more sprints, Crystal is streaming in 35 minutes, and there will be a bunch of sprints and a bunch of writing and a bunch of friends under that link, so feel free to click on it to continue the party over there. Maths is scary. I count partially in English and Japanese because German numbers are BS. Fair enough. I count most of the time in Spanish, to be fair, but I can understand explanations in German, but when I'm actually counting up something, I would follow the Spanish numbers. The way they're constructed. Japanese numbers are really fun. English got into a fight with maths and lost. I love double stream days, even if my productivity is questionable. I also love double stream days. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for keeping me company. I will be hopefully posting a video next week, unless I'm behind, and then there'll be another stream. And we'll keep doing the every second Saturday stream thing. So I will see you next time if you fancy coming along. Thank you. Oops. Oh, I loved hanging out and working with you too. Bye everyone!